Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Syafira. Today, I am honored to share my thoughts on a novel that touched my heart deeply, The True Man from Heaven by Dayang Suryani. This is more than just a love story. It is a story of struggle, of faith, of passions, and of choosing the right path even when our heart says otherwise. At the core of the novel is a woman named Mayang who is faced with one of the biggest decisions in her life, choosing a life partner. On one side is Bima, the charming, attractive man every woman dreams of. And the other is Panji, a man who is calm, kind, patient, and sincere, yet not the one who stole her heart at first. Mayang's journey is guided by her family's wisdom, her istikharah prayers, and her own growing realization that love is not always about butterflies, but about blessings, values, and the kind of peace that only the right person can bring. This novel is beautifully framed as a special gift from the author to her husband. It reflects a very personal experience, but one that speaks to all of us, especially to young people, couples, and parents. It teaches us that behind every strong marriage is a strong foundation built on character, faith, and sacrifice. What I found very moving is how relatable the story is. It reminds us that in life, we're often drawn to the things that glitter. We chase dreams, appearances, and emotions, but sometimes forgot to look deeper. The novel gently pulls us back to what really matters: sincerity, kindness, responsibility, and spiritual connections. Many readers, especially women, feel very connected to this story. Some say it reminded them to be grateful for their partner. Others were inspired to rethink what they are truly looking for in a life companion. And it's not just for women. This novel gives men a powerful example of how to be a loving husband and respected leader in the family without being harsh or controlling. The strengths of this book are many. The language is clear and heartwarming. The author uses a simple but emotional style, sometimes weaving in a beautiful poetry and dialogues that make you stop and think. One thing I truly appreciated is that this book doesn't preach. It tells a story, and in that story, we find the message ourselves. Of course, like any book, it has some weaknesses. Some scenes may feel too idealistic, and the story can slow down at times. But I would argue that even in those quiet moments, the novel invites us to reflect, and that's a strength in itself. After finishing this book, one message kept ringing in my heart. Sometimes the person you truly need doesn't come in the form you expect, but in the form Allah chooses for you. And when that person arrives, your soul will recognize them, not by their face, but by their faith, their character, and the peace they bring into your life. In conclusion, The True Man from Heaven is a novel that teaches us the meaning of real love, the kind that doesn't end with happily ever after, but begins with I will walk with you to Jannah. It's a story for anyone who's never been in love, been heartbroken, or searching for the right person. It reminds us that the truest kind of love is the one that brings us closer to Allah and helps us grow into the best version of ourselves. So, to all of you who are wondering whether love still has meaning in this modern world, I say, read this book. It might just change the way you see love, life, and faith. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.